name is Fernando Gonzalez, and this is my video for assignment 0. So here is going to be starting out in the salesperson class. Here we have our private variables at the beginning because we don't want them to be accessed and changed without the setter and getter functions. Here we have our constructor taking the 3 arguments, first name, last name, double, salary, and then being set, the object being set to those arguments, and then the monthly sales being set as 0 to start off. Here we have our setter and getter functions for first name and last name. They're pretty much the same, just the only difference is first name, last name, and they're pretty simple. Just taking the setter, just taking the argument, setting the first name variable for that specific object as the first name given as the argument, and the same thing for last name, and then the getter functions just returning those variables as values. And then here we have the the setter class for the monthly salary and monthly sales. They're also very similar to each other since they both take doubles as arguments and they both have validation, making sure that the variable that is being inputted into it is not negative. So here we have just an if-else statement, and if it is greater than or equal to 0, the argument is set as the monthly salary for that specific object, and the same thing for the sales. And then the getter and the getter classes for monthly salary and monthly sales are pretty much the same thing, just returning the double that is that specific object has in them. And then calculate annual earnings. All it is just returning the formula that was given, which was monthly salary times 12, and then the 5% commission times 12 as well. And then just the boolean, it's returning a boolean if the monthly sales times the yearly sales is greater than 50,000, and if it is, it will return true, and if it isn't, it will return false. Here we have our driver class. Our main method, and then here we have salesperson 1 and salesperson 2 being constructed with just placeholder names so that we can get those setter and getter classes going. And then a double salary and sales, that is variables that have been created as well, just so that we can get those values from the scanner and input it into our salesperson classes, objects, our salesperson objects. So here we have the format, just salesperson 1 taking the next line for the first name, and then the next line for the last name. And then we have a do while loop for monthly salary, just making sure that while salary is less than 0, it keeps going, so that it makes sure that if the value is negative, it continues prompting the user for monthly salary, and the same thing for monthly sales. It will print the statement that was given in the public method if that negative value is inputted. And then here we have the same thing for salesperson 2, just the do while loop, and then here we have just the print line, and then just the output for that everything that has been inputted. You have the printf first name, last name, just have those being inputted as the strings for it, the annual earning with 2 decimal points at the end, and then just making sure that met quota, if it is true, if the method returns true, it will print star seller. If not, it needs more training. And then the same thing for user 2. So let's compile that. Alright, so here we have the first name, and then I'm just gonna grab this so I can input those users. So here we have John Doe. Oh, whoops. Looks like he grabbed both of those. Inputted that too fast. So monthly salary, monthly sale, negative 500. Cannot be negative. So 5,000. First name. Oh, I forgot to say that the scanner, the next does count spaces as the division between what it grabs. And then here we have Jane Smith. And monthly salary, I'm just gonna give a quick negative value just to make sure that it's the same. And it is 3,500. The monthly sales, 10,000. Then here we have John Doe, annual earnings, and then annual earnings, both star sellers. Thank you.